Hey everybody, it's Kate Peters. I want to do a really quick Facebook Live training before I take off to enjoy my weekend. And if anybody is listening out there, please let me know that you can hear me. That's always a good thing to know. So if you are listening and can hear me, let me know. Okay. So yeah, please let me know who you are, if you can hear me, all that good stuff. Hopefully volume's working. I'm here with my girl, but she's kind of chilling right now. So I want to do a real quick training on this absolutely gorgeous Saturday here in Boston. And for those of you in the States, happy Labor Day weekend. For those of you elsewhere, happy weekend. So you're probably right now saying, okay, we're almost at September, and you know what that means? It's like the final run for the year, and you've set up goals in the beginning of the year. You're looking to see, we're 3/4 of the way in. Have you hit your goals? I mean, are you on track to either reach or exceed? Even better, exceed. And so I want you that's what we're kind of going to be talking about right now. Hey Dale, hi Helen, hey Catherine. So anyways, I want to just talk about that really quickly because it's really important. And the way I look at it is that no matter really where you are right now, whether you're exactly right on target, if you're a little bit ahead, a little bit behind, there's still time to just get everything exactly where you want it. So that way you can, hit your goals for this year, and, whatever those are, whether they're monetary goals or opportunity goals or, whatever, lifestyle, whatever, you still got time. And yes, I'm wearing my t-shirt from my new favorite musical, Dear Evan Hansen. I think it has replaced Les Mis. I saw it 3 times in Boston in like 3 weeks. It was just fantastic. So what I want to share with you is that typically if you are not on track, and let me just show you my girl before I put her back down, because everyone always says such nice things about my girl. So here she is. Yay. There's Callie. Okay. So what I want to talk to you about is that if you're not on track, there's a couple of things going on. I'm really just going to simplify it just for this short Facebook Live training. One is either you don't have the strategy in place or you don't have the right strategy. So you're not either taking action or the right action, or you're not taking consistent action. So that's one thing. The other thing that you're not on track for could be your mindset. And what I want to talk about specifically with your mindset is that often there's an old story playing over and over again in your head. Kind of like someone done you wrong, like that old country song, like she done me wrong or he done me wrong or something like that. And often that is what's playing over and over again in your head, and that's what's keeping you stuck. So what I want to share, just a real quick story, is that that it can be, you can switch all that, because what happens is when you are coming from a place that, let's say you didn't get picked for the team or the squad, or somebody was mean to you, or somebody stole from you, or somebody was rude to you or lied to you or mistreated you or talked about you or whatever, you start showing up from that place. And when you have those stories, you go into what I call victim mode, right? Because somebody done you wrong and you were the victim, and typically you were at a younger age, obviously, because it happened in your past. You could be at a really young age. You could have been like under age 5 or under 10 or under 20, under 30, and you just didn't know how to handle it. And you showed up kind of powerless. And really, that's why I say you kind of showed up in victim mode, because you really didn't know how to take control of the situation and show up. So an attendee of one of my recent retreats came, and she had this old story of somebody that had done her wrong. Sorry, Callie wants to, I think you want to come back up, Levy. Somebody had done her wrong at the workplace years ago. And just I'm not going to go into the story, obviously, because it's a private story, but it was a really rough experience. And so what happened is, whenever you have anything like that happen, again, it could be that kind of experience. It could be somebody just didn't pick you for the kickball team when you were age 8, and you start thinking less of yourself. And because you don't know how to deal with it, we're not taught as little kids often how to show up in our power. And so you think you're less than, you think you aren't worthy, you expect people to keep treating you like that, and so on and so on. And when you're always kind of showing up in that place, that is often going to be your experience. Or on the flip side, you can be so protective of yourself that you just never ever put yourself out there, because it's like you're never ever going to give anybody a chance to do that to you. Does that make sense to anybody? Can I get some hearts, likes, whatever? I'm not expecting people to share their stories, on this post, but you know, we all have these experiences. I do. I remember from gym classes when I talk about like being picked on teams, you know, whatever it is, we all have those things. Maybe someone didn't ask you out on the date, or somebody dumped you, or whatever, right? We all have these stories. And again, you got two choices. You're either going to, you know, always be on guard so nobody can hurt you again, or else you're going to totally pull yourself in and live a much smaller life so you don't even put yourself out for that. So I did this technique on her that I happen to be an expert in, and we kind of went back and re-imprinted her story, letting her be in a place of power, right? So if she was able to show up in a place of power, she was able to shift how the story's outcome was. Now, I want to share some with you. Guys might go like, oh, okay, well, isn't that nice? Isn't that cute? Whatever, you know, we not really understand. But I want to share with you that on her ride home after leaving the retreat, she texted and said she just got a new client, 5 figures. Everyone knows what 5 figures means, right? It's a lot of money, 5-figure client, but it was totally unexpected, totally out of the blue, right? And so when your energy shifts, amazing things start to happen. Opportunities start to come to you that you weren't necessarily expecting. Maybe it's clients, maybe it's people, lifestyles, whatever, because you take down those things, either that protective guard that you've been like playing small, or just looking, you know, like on guard, like nobody's going to hurt you. You're able to like let that go. And so think about it. Who wouldn't like to unexpectedly get a new 5-figure client, or a new 10-figure, I mean, a 6-figure client, or whatever? I mean, wouldn't that be cool? Can I get some hearts or likes? I mean, especially totally out of the blue. So understand, we all have these stories, and they all affect us, even if it's not necessarily work related. Like hers was work related, yours might not be. Again, it could be that like another one, someone else who attended something like this, she didn't have, she got picked for the cheerleading team, but her family didn't have enough money to buy the cheerleading jacket. And you know, in high school, they all wear the cheerleading jacket. It's a sign of like, hey, aren't I cool? I belong. I'm part of the in club, you know, and all that stuff. She didn't have enough money to get one. So even though she was a cheerleader, she felt really on the outs of that group. And we went back and changed her story. So she had that jacket, and her whole life just totally transformed as a result. She switched jobs, so she got a new job that paid more money. She moved to a different location. She dumped a lousy boyfriend. I mean, all these things shifted. So it doesn't have to be work related. It could just be an experience like that. And I want you to just think about for a moment, what experience, or maybe you've got multiple, because we all have lots of multiple experiences in our lives. What experiences are holding you back, and what's the story you are now telling yourself about who you are and what you deserve in your life? Okay, so what is holding you back that way? Think about that. And if you are ready to kind of move on and release that story, I invite you to apply for a spot at the Success Acceleration Retreat. Got one coming up soon. We still have a few spots left. They're going fast because I only take a small, intimate group. It's a very exclusive type of experience because we are dealing with some really, really important stuff here. And I don't want a big crowd. I want very small so everybody gets what they need and have their breakthrough. And if you want to learn more, you know, maybe yours isn't a story, maybe it's a strategy, whatever, you know, please, you want to email my team, info@katebeaters.com. That's info@katebeaters.com. Let's have a conversation. And to learn more about the retreat, it's successaccelerationretreat.com. That's successaccelerationretreat.com. So I want to leave you with this thought. How would things be different for you if you could get that unexpected 5-figure client? And just think about that. Because this happened, honestly, this happened in a matter of a couple of hours. Boom, done. Could be you too. So everybody, until we meet again, be brilliant. Bye now.